So one question that I get a lot from people that I know that have reached out to me outside of the channel, not one that I get common on the channel, but it's how to negotiate in property investing. And I think that the best answer for that is just to reiterate the fact that the appropriate formula to buy real estate investments are the purchase price plus the rehab costs being equal to or less than 75% of that after repair value. So even if you have to kind of guard yourself against getting emotionally attached to a property or convinced that this would be a good first investment for you. So if it doesn't fit that formula, you need to really look at your underlying reasons for wanting that property. And you don't want to get too caught up in it at first because you really need to hold yourself accountable to that formula. If you can purchase properties that fall in line with the purchase price plus renovations is equal to or less than 75% of that after repair value, then you're going to have a very long and successful future ahead of you of investing in real estate. So whenever let's just for even numbers say a property is worth $100,000. If you just from off the top using that formula, you can't pay more than $75,000 for that house. This is automatically going to disqualify so many properties that are listed that come your way. And a lot of properties that have no deferred maintenance have been well maintained, that have no issues. They demand the full market value, especially when it's an owner occupied property marketed to another owner occupant. However, there are a lot of times, and since single family homes are owned by everybody, a variety of people that need places to live, there's always stories and situations that make an owner of a property okay with selling a property at 75% of its full market value because they just don't want to go through the hassle of realtors or showings or negotiations or making repairs. That's just not something they're interested in doing. So if you negotiate and if you hold yourself strictly to that formula, then if this property is immaculate, that's worth $100,000, the most you can pay for it is 75,000. Now you can say if this property needs a roof and you know that's going to cost 8,000, then you can't pay any more than 67,000. So now you're at 67,000 that you can't pay. You can't pay more than that for that property because of that $8,000 roof. So anything less than $67,000, if that's the only issue, is a deal and you should purchase it. Now, if you add painting the exterior or painting the interior, you just need to subtract that appropriate amount of money towards it. So, whenever I figure this out, I will counter with whatever I have come up with, and I will be very transparent with that formula if asked, and I'll explain that. And on a surprising number of times, people agree that all that work needs to be done. That is, in fact, a fair price for that repair, and they will end up selling the property for that. It's not contingent on them. It puts no stress on them. I'll do all the work. This is just the numbers that I have to work with. While I have had people tell me thanks for like all that they've learned about negotiating in real estate from watching me and listening to me, I do not consider myself to be good at negotiating these offers or deals. I just have that formula and I stick to it, and I do my best to not get discouraged if the deal doesn't work out. And knowing that that is such a strict formula, then there are going to be a lot of properties that I either offer on and don't get, or properties that just don't fit that formula. So, a better skill than negotiating a particular property would be one of persistence and discipline to always be looking for deals, always be analyzing and offering on deals rather than sinking your teeth into one and just trying to negotiate it into being a good deal. Now, you can get some great deals that way, but I would say by and large, just knowing that formula, using it, and running off that is your best option. Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, Click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.